Welcome back to a new video. It is Monday Madness, and what does that mean? We're out here making t-shirts, but today we're making sweatshirts because it's the hoodie season. Oh, it's cold out. It's actually raining here in Washington now. It's September, and welcome to the rain. We're out here. This is when we do indoor, not really indoor stuff. I'm in the garage, kind of indoors. There's still a breeze, but I still try to go outside even though that it's raining out sometimes. This is what I do. Today, we're gonna be doing a hoodie. So here is the design that I'm doing. It says Forever Crusaders, but it's in this weird text that it's pretty cool. So this is gonna be the front of the hoodie. I'm digging the little side hits on the side of the chest, not the really big prints. I've been digging the really big prints on the back. Boom, Forever Crusaders with this crazy wolf. This crazy wolf right here is pretty sick. We're just gonna fix it up because it was on this S right here. It was dangling down from the S. Maybe we'll just make it a little bit smaller and then center it up. Center this bad boy up. And now drag it up just as there we go. Because I wanted to leave room down here. Maybe we'll just drag the Forever up just a little bit. Alright, now it's like evenly displaced, so it's not like the bottom of his mouth is not touching the letters and the top of his head is not touching the letters. So this is going to be the big back print of the hoodie. Sorry for the mess in the background, but today is Saturday and I usually record these things on the weekends because that's what I do, and it's raining so we can't go out and skate or do anything on the weekend because it's wet out. Tomorrow is Sunday. This back here, this background, sorry for its being always messy and cluttered and dirty. I've been doing some things behind the scenes, so sometime soon I'm going to be having this part right here behind me. If you can't see it, this shelf right here, I'm gonna move this shelf over to this area. It's weird because I'm trying to point on the camera at the same time as I'm explaining to you what I'm doing. To over here, over on this wall that you can't see, well, you can see a little bit of this wall right here on the other side of the window. And then I have an old couch that used to be in my music studio / editing bay. If you don't know what that is, you should subscribe to the channel. We do everything out here, so all the music. Just gonna break it down. Even though if you're subscribed to the channel, I want to say thank you for subscribing and thank you for watching the videos, because it means a lot, and we're trying to grow this channel and trying to get up there to the point where I'm almost monetized. We're trying to get monetized. We're like, okay, that close to being monetized, and being monetized would be a goal that's been set for me for a while, but then it's just something that I've been wanting to get for a very long time, is to be monetized. And I know that sounds kind of selfish, but it's like, I'm trying to do this thing. I do this all the time, and I'm trying to make it a full-time gig. Even though that I like film videos all the time, and when people ask me what I do make sweatshirts and I do make t-shirts for people, but I want to say, because I do make videos about it, because you're watching this video, I just want to be like, I make videos on YouTube, I skateboard, and I make t-shirts. That's a goal for me, to somebody to ask me, oh, what do you do for a job? Say I make t-shirts and I make videos and I skate. I make skate videos and I make t-shirts, and that's what I do for a living. And just for when somebody asks my son, what does your dad do? He can say he makes YouTube videos and t-shirts. That sounds cool. That's cool. That's cool for somebody. I don't know, it just would make me feel good. That makes sense. It's like a goal, trying to make this a full-time thing. So we're like this close. We're really close of being monetized. So because we're like this close to being monetized, even though that I like sitting over here in this area, you can't see because I have no wide angle lens. I do have a wide angle lens, but I need to know in the comments if people are feeling, I don't know if it's right here because my camera bag is right here. It's probably inside in my camera station on my camera shelf, but I have a wide angle lens that has that ring around it, and then I have a super wide angle depth lens that I use for when we go skateboarding, and I use that mostly right here, and that's gonna get a whole wide shot and it's gonna make me look like this far. So I'm trying to save up enough money to get a good wide angle lens doesn't look like I'm filming skateboarding all the time, because I know regular people, or people that don't skate, I shouldn't say regular people, because everybody's, whoever you are, you're your own person. You don't have to be regular if you don't want to be, but people that don't skateboard don't really understand the effect of like a real big fisheye lens in your face. So I'm trying to get a good wide angle lens that's not all ringed out and it looks like an old skate video from like 1991. Hoodies are almost easy to do, but also hard to do at the same time, because you can take it by the corner right here, take it by the corner right there like you're doing a shirt, flip it this way, and then throw it on here like this. This line right here where the hood like is cut and they sewed it right here is usually pretty good of center too. So if that's centered up, this looks pretty straight. If you decide to do it like this, if you're new to the channel, I had screen printing set up right here. One of my most viewed videos is on screen printing. So I had a screen printing set up right here, took up half the garage. Now, if you're gonna do the heat transfer vinyl and the plastisol heat transfers, there are gonna be some haters out there. There are gonna be people that are gonna be skeptical about it, and there are people that are gonna talk down about the transfers and the heat transfer vinyl, saying, oh, it doesn't work. Oh, this, and this. Oh, it only lasts for this long. They're just haters because they're not doing it the right way, or they think screen printing is the only way to make t-shirts. I've learned how to do this way. I know how to do it better this way. I can, like I've said before in many videos, I can do 2 to 3 colors with this heat transfer vinyl. Yeah, the steps it might take a little bit longer because you gotta cut it out, and then you gotta weed it out. But just think of this, doing it this way. So I have it on the computer. I'm about to put the vinyl in the machine right here. So that step right there is almost like cutting your screen. So cutting your screen is like a term for like when you burn your screen. I should grab one, but I'm not going to because I don't feel like getting ink on my hands. You take, this is not the film, but there's film that looks green like this. You can buy it on sheets, or you can buy it bottles or cans, and it's called emulsion. So screen printing, when you screen print, you have to buy a brand new screen, just degrease your screen, and you gotta wait for it to dry. And after it's dry, you gotta put the emulsion on. If you use sheets, this is not a sheet emulsion, this is a sheet of vinyl. But if you use the emulsion sheets, you gotta get the screen wet, lay your sheet down, get a squeegee, make sure that the sheet is on there perfect. Or when you gotta get the emulsion in the can, you gotta get a scoop coater, and you gotta put the emulsion in the scoop coater and coat that screen on the front and the back. Then you gotta wait for that screen to dry. Then you gotta print your image on this piece of paper, transparency. Then you gotta take your transparency paper and then you gotta print it out. So doing your image on your computer, printing it out on your transparency paper, and doing all the steps to make your screen prepped just for this takes the same amount of time as cutting it out on your vinyl cutter or whatever cutter you have and weeding it out, and it's less messy. See, this is the only mess you make right here. This is the only mess you make. It's like, okay, I gotta clean that up. There's no ink, there's no water, there's no ink on my hands. There's none of that stuff. It's all it is just like flakes of vinyl, but that's easy to clean up. It's not, you have to go get, you know, stuff to clean off the plastisol ink, because you need special cleaner and degreaser to clean off plastisol ink. There's no special cleaner to clean off water-based ink. Water-based ink, all you need is soap and water, but you can work as fast or as slow as you want to with the heat transfer vinyl. So you want this at 3, it's hard. So bam. You want to look at it from afar to make sure it looks straight from afar. afar, and if it looks straight from afar, if you can't see it from a galloping horse, don't fix it. Look at how cool that looks. If you're thinking of like, whoa, if you're gonna leave a comment down below and you're thinking, why am I always talking bad about screen printing? I am not talking about bad about screen printing. I've done it for 8 years plus and I don't like it anymore. And I'm giving you an opportunity of figuring out how to make your brand or t-shirts. If you want to do this as a side hustle and make, you know, t-shirts for if you're in a band and you want to make t-shirts, this right here is an easier way of doing it. Or if you're somebody like a mom or a dad, I'm a dad, probably talking to some mom and dads out there, and your son is in karate, or your son or daughter plays baseball. Son or daughter plays or is in karate, son or daughter plays baseball, football, or whatever, and you need to make team shirts or team jerseys, and you're trying to figure out a way of doing it, and you're like, let's spend, you know, $2,000 on a screen printing setup, because screen printing is a lot of money to get into. So much money to get into. The flash dryer, I'm not going to show you, but I have a flash dryer on the ground behind you that was $200. Then I spent another $300, $400 on the screen printing setup, so that's $500. So this right here turned out super dope, better than expected. This is what it says on the back: Forever Crusaders without Wolf. It reminds me of a school, like a ill high school or a ill college like hoodie that you would get, but in it this says little Forever Crusaders hit on the chest. It just depends on where you want it. I have it on the left side, you could put it on the right side, just depends on where you want it. This still looks dope. You see that? We printed on a Gildan heavy blend 50-50 cotton, 50% cotton, 50% polyester, and I wear an XL. So I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my story on why I do not screen print anymore, and I resorted back to the vinyl transfers. I just have better results with the vinyl transfers or a plasticell heat transfer. If I do get a plasticell heat transfer, I go to a company and I call them up and I get my plasticell heat transfers made. And if there is a business that connects with me that needs a lot of shirts made, that's how I usually do it, and I usually work that into the price of the t-shirts and everything, from the printing, the setup, to however long you think it's going to take you to make some t-shirts or whatever. That's all included in the price. So again, I want to say thank you for watching. This has been a Monday Madness, or a Monday storytelling. I want this, you know, we're out here every Monday and Friday, and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any comments about anything that I said, or if you want to talk about it more, let's talk about it down in the description. And if you have any type of people, friends, family that need stuff made and you're trying to get it made for them, this is the way to do it. For you to do it, it's an easy way of doing it. You know, you can go buy that clamshell heat press. You don't have to buy the expensive one that I have, but you can get them off eBay for $100, $200, just a one to get familiar with the process. That's what I did. I got one off of eBay for like $100 just to get familiar with the process of on how to transfer and how to heat press and the heat transfer vinyl and everything. This machine right here next to me is my second machine. My first machine was a smaller machine. In the progression of everything, you just got to step your game up on some things and just get better equipment. So that's the way of doing it. Here's an easier way to show you. I feel like it's an easier way, and I've been rambling on for way too long, so I'm gonna end it right here. Sneezy. Ah.